Hi, this is Kenzie with Gypsy Yoga by Kenzie, and today we will be talking about down dog, Adho Mukha Savasana, and the technical ways to get into it easily without injuring yourself. Down dog is actually a great position to do when you're stressed. It sends blood to your head and your heart. The organs actually like to be upside down, and it's actually a really great pose to do, a really great refreshing pose to do when you are fatigued. And it's also really healthy for your skin to have the blood being rushed to your face. Also, the organs and the body really likes it when you stand right back up and have that fresh blood released through your body. Alright, so we are going to go ahead and get started with the technicalities in doing the pose. Now let me show you some ways that you can get into down dog so that way when you're up there you have the correct alignment. Okay, so I'm going to start with the shoulders so we can explain it before we get into the down dog position. Imagine you're standing in Tadasana, mountain pose. You have your hands above your head. You internally rotate your hands, which allows your shoulders to have that external rotation, your shoulder blades. So your shoulder blades have that external rotation when you flip your palm inwards. They externally rotate. That same movement, that same rotation that you have when you do this with your arms, you want that same feeling when you're in down dog. So keep that in mind when we explain later on the shoulders in down dog. So starting in tabletop position, toes are tucked, fingers are spread wide on the mat. Pressing through each of your knuckle pads allows for a little air pocket in your palm. So you're pressing hard through the knuckle pads, not the palm of your hands, but the knuckle pads. Broadening your shoulder blades here. You also want to make sure you're pressing hard within your index finger and your thumb so they do not lift. That is dangerous for wrist injuries and arm injuries. So pressing through all of your knuckle pads, not your palm, broadening your shoulder. Start to lift away from the mat with your knees, pressing into the mat with your hands and toes. Lifting your hips high into the air and pushing them to the back of the mat. Keeping high on your toes, bending your knees if you can. Pressing the mat away from you, so pushing it away, bringing your chest closer to your thighs, allowing that elongated spine. So pressing, keeping your fingers wide, externally rotating your shoulder blades, squeezing through your abs, tucking those lower ribs in. So don't let your ribs flare out, pull them in, squeeze your abs as if you're pulling the energy up from the ground into your body. So pushing the mat away, externally rotating, squeezing your abs, high on your tippy toes, knees are bent and your hips are high in the air. Staying just like this. If you can, go ahead and start straightening your legs without changing your upper body. Now let me show you some of the common mistakes that beginners do make when getting into down dog. They might be heavily over their shoulders like this, kind of like a plank down dog position. They may be really hunching down low into this, which may not be good for the back and shoulders. So go ahead and try this on your own, keeping in mind everything I told you. Pressing through the knuckle pads of each of your fingers, externally rotating your hands, squeezing up through the core, tucking your lower ribs in, Hips are high in the air, pushing the mat away from you so you get that really long spine. And if you need to, keep your knees bent and on your tippy toes, or if you're ready, keeping your upper body right where it is and start straightening your legs out. A modification that you can do for down dog is take your blocks and place them right where your palms would be. Put the edge of your palm right on the edge of the mat. Fingers are still spread wide, pressing through those knuckle pads. Lifting up your toes, hips, pushing them back, squeezing your abs. The blocks allow for the earth to get higher for you, and it allows you to get into the posture more easily. And also, this is easier on the wrists. Thank you everybody so much for watching this. I hope it helped you learn the ways to get into down dog easily and effectively so you don't injure yourself. Also, I release videos on YouTube weekly, so stay tuned for more. Make sure to subscribe to this channel so you get all notifications. And if you want to see more of what we're up to, we travel full-time in an RV around the US. So go ahead and follow our travel channel on YouTube and also my free yoga group on Facebook, where it's an awesome community of yogis. Those will also be down in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.